someone behind us.
Hey, Suarez!
Sit down!
Down!
Sit the Happy Thanksgiving, friends. Hope you guys had a terrific day. Turkey and such. Maybe some gravy. Maybe you consumed only gravy with your family while the rest of the family ate other Thanksgiving things. He is now sitting. That's him right there. So he learned his... You better have learned your lesson!
And I've got my sheets that I had previously thrown out.
Okay, so now we're ready for SportsCenter with Jane Dan, presented by Tim Hortons. Last night...
You need to tighten your tie a little.
Okay, thanks, Dan. What are you, my mother? Maybe it's my, hey, I'm working so hard. I'm just working so hard on the show. I can't even tie my tie up. Oh, hey, Monday Nighter last night. Wrapping up week 6.
Sorry,
Can't believe these weeks fly by. I just did that for you.
Do that out. This is Aaron Rodgers' 16th Monday Nighter of his career.
He's popular in prime time.
Matt Stafford's thrown 9 touchdowns, no interceptions during Detroit's 4-game win streak against the Packers. First play of the game from scrimmage. Yep, Lions fooled them with the flea flicker. 66-yard gain is Detroit's longest play of the year from scrimmage. But the Lions had to settle for a field goal. Packers without top receiver Davante Adams. He has turf toe. Heard that really hurts. Never had it. Second quarter, Packers down 13-0. Aaron Rodgers spots a wide open Aaron Jones. This should be caught. This should be a touchdown. Neither of those things happened. Jones dropped what should have been a guaranteed score. Same drive. Rodgers to Jimmy Graham. He's hanging in the end zone, but he can't hang on to the football. Drops another touchdown. Fourth quarter, Green Bay down 6. Packers. Rodgers hits an open Darius Shepard. Ball goes off his face mask. That's his use our patented catchphrase. That's using your face. And it's picked off by Justin Coleman. The Lions add a field goal, so they make it a 9-point game. Next Packers possession, 3rd and 10. Trey Flowers called for illegal hands to the face. Costly penalty results in a first down for Green Bay. Same drive. Rodgers goes to Alan Lazard. This is a fantastic catch along the sideline. Rodgers' first fourth-quarter touchdown since week 8 of last year. Is that right? Wow. Packers within 2. They're flicking the lights after they score touchdowns and make big plays at Lambeau. Don't like it at all. Packers facing 3rd and 4. Rodgers extends the play, throws incomplete. Flag on the play. Flowers called for illegal hands to the face again. But it seems to be a phantom call. So he doesn't really get the hands in the face. It's more of the neck area. That allows the Packers to run the clock down. They bring up Mason Crosby, 23-yarder. This is guaranteed. Nails it. And Crosby, he's going to do a Lambeau leap. In the darkness because they flicked the lights. Packers beat the Lions for the first time since 2016. Wow. Great finish. Penalties a big factor in that one. The Packers start 5-1 or better for the first time since 2015. They were 6-0 that season. And Aaron Rodgers, I mentioned his 16th Monday Nighter. He's now won 5 straight Monday Nighters.
Hey, how's that?
Perfect.
Better. The Edmonton Oilers arrived in Chicago Monday with a perfect 5-0 record. It wasn't easy, though. Edmonton trailed in all of those games before pulling out victories. A big reason for the perfect record, a resurgent James Neal. Another 2 reasons would be Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, who were your top 2 NHL scorers entering Monday.
Backboard to Hahn.
First period, the Deutschland dangler himself. In alone, Corey Crawford with the save.
Great chance.
Draisaitl, great chance to open the scoring on the road. Can't do it later. Connie, what speed, fires it wide. So do big scoring chances, and by 2 I mean do, or do I mean 2. That's Chris Chelios and the great one. They're talking about watches. Mine is more expensive.
Patrick Kane.
Patty Kane, team-leading 5th point of the year. And for the 6th straight game, Edmonton would need to come from behind to win. Late in the second, McDavid scores, waved off, goaltender interference. Connor McDavid held off the score sheet in this one for the first time this season, 3rd period. Loose puck on the Edmonton zone, and Alex Nylander catching Mike Smith out of position. Chicago, by the way, was looking for their first win of the season last night. They're up 2-0, late 3rd. Edmonton power play. The aforementioned James Neal with his league-leading 8th goal of the year. James Neal had 7 goals all of last year.
And it's 2-1.
Edmonton within 1. Edmonton's net is empty. Dying seconds. Great effort from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to make the save, but Brandon Saad would eventually end it as the Oilers were handed their first loss. When it comes to the Washington Nationals and the National League Championship Series, say yes to the S. In the Nats Game 1 and Game 2 wins over St. Louis, Washington starters Anibal Sanchez and Max Scherzer combined to pitch 18 innings, hold the Cardinals to a .070 batting average, give up only 1 run, and rack up 18 Ks. The guy starting Game 3's first and last name begins with S. Can you guess who that is? First, let's talk about the fact that this series was not even in Washington for the first 2 games. It was in St. Louis. The Cards offense, just 1 run in this series. Jose Martinez inserted into the lineup, try to give the Cards a little life, but Marcell Ozuna caught in a rundown. He gone. Top 3, Paul DeJong. And the 3-2. Anthony Rendon, he is an MVP candidate, a free agent to be. He's going to be making a lot of scratch. Bottom half, 1-0 Nats. Anthony Rendon now at the dish. Ozuna, he's got this. He does not got this. In fact, this ball, as a run comes around, so it's 2-0 Nats. Watch where the ball, it was in his glove. Same inning. Howie Kendrick, he has been so good this postseason. 2 on.
He's in a hitter's count. The 2-1. Kendrick in the air right center. That's going to get down. That's going to shoot the gap. And 2 runs will score.
Brian Anderson on the call for TBS. Kendrick 5 for 10 in the postseason with runners in scoring position. It's 4-0 Washington. And then Kendrick is back at the plate with a man on in the 5th. Howie getting it done. Kendrick's 2nd double of the game, 9 RBIs this postseason. Most in National/Expos history for a single postseason. Washington's up 5-0, and that would be more than enough for Dan, the starter for Game 3, Steven Strasburg. I mean, the Nats are just loaded with pitching talent. He's got a 7-1 lead. That's his 12th strikeout. Ties a postseason high for Strasburg. The Nationals are 1 win away from going to the World Series. And to get it done, they will rely on Patrick Corbin for Game 4. The Nats could become the 4th team to sweep the NLCS since it went to a best-of-7 format back in 1985, the same year Back to the Future was released. Only the '95 Braves, however, of those teams went on to win the World Series.
Wild and Senators in a matinee affair. If you purchase tickets to this one, I am sorry. Alex Stalock getting the nod and goal over the 0-4 Devin Dubnyk. Early in the first, Stalock, he comes way out to play the puck. And then does something strange. I think he chips it over the boards to break up the play and nearly hits his head coach, Bruce Boudreau. Sens 3-on-2. Stalock makes the initial stop on Mark Borowiecki, gets across for a save on Vladislav Namestnikov. Namestnikov scored twice in Ottawa's first win of the season on Saturday. 2nd period, Minnesota power play. Stalock, he's off his leash again. He's gone rogue. He goes out to the blue line and then dumps it in behind his own net. Wild man advantage. Anthony Duclair. Around the defender, cuts to the net. Stalock makes the pad save. Puck makes its way to Nikita Zaitsev. Duclair tries to tip it. Goes through the crease. Stalock made 26 saves. Minnesota looking for their 7th straight win against Ottawa. 0-0 through 2. It was a listless affair. Midway point of the third. Victor Rask knocks Thomas Chabot's stick out of his hand, grabs the loose puck, and beats Craig Anderson. After both teams combined to go 0 for 10 on the man advantage, Rask opens the scoring with his first of the year. Wildad and empty netter pick up their first win of the season. Stalock with his 6th career shutout. Mikko Koivu, who's in his 15th NHL season. How is your goalie?
Have you ever seen Alex Stalock move as much out of his net as you did today?
Yep, not the first time. So, but I mean, it makes it easier for the D as well, coming back to his own when he can play the puck. And overall game, he was huge tonight, obviously.
We're just not making plays. You know, you can say structure or whatever it is. There's guys that are wide open and guys are just not passing the puck to, you know, wide open players, and guys are bobbling and maybe squeezing it too tight. But we'll have to certainly look at giving some other guys some opportunities. I think it's gone long enough, and we'll probably have to try some new people.
The Sabres entered 4-0-1, playing the Stars. First period, Rasmus Dahlin banks it off the boards to Roope Hintz. Toe drag on Esa Lindell, turned aside by Ben Bishop. Evening, Bishop. Dahlin, first overall pick in 2018. A few minutes later, Sabres power play. Jack Eichel to Dahlin to Victor Olofsson. They call him Golofsson in Buffalo. Top shelf. Why do they call him that? 7th NHL goal. All of them are on the power play. Since making his debut on March 28th, no one in the NHL has more goals on the power play than Golofsson. Still in the period. Eichel to Olofsson to Sam Reinhart. He's got his 3rd of the season. Eichel and Olofsson with 2 points apiece. In the frame, 2-0 Sabres. Carter Hutton made 25 stops, his first shutout, 12th of his career. Sabres now 5-0-1 under new head coach Ralph Kruger.
Kruger, nice. Abs, Caps, Nazem Kadri.
Against a Central Division foe.
Scores his 2nd of the season. He had 3 points in the period. That was the end of the day for Braden Holtby. In comes Ilya Samsonov. It doesn't work out much better for him. That's Mikko Rantanen scoring to put Colorado up 4-0 less than 10 minutes in. Then by Colorado. It's now 4-2. Samsonov gives it away. Matt Nieto will put the lead back to 3. So with that, let's lighten things up a little and show you Alex Ovechkin Sr. Fist-bumping Alex Ovechkin Jr. He's got a little toque on. That's good stuff. Less than 3 minutes to play in the third. Ovi at the point. Senior scores. 5th of the year, 3-game goal streak. Then off the draw, John Carlson. Number 74 pinching in. Scores! 1-goal game. Hold on, TJ Oshie was way offside.
It's determined as offside. We have no goal.
Goal doesn't count. Comeback falls short.
Especially the first period.
Guys, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. When we return, the Devils, they can't win a thing. Hope you enjoyed all your gravy. Jay and Dan will return. Jay and Dan TSN television program starring us. Jack Hughes, first overall pick, no points in his first 5 games. And here is a beautiful opportunity for his first NHL goal. How did that stay out? Let's watch it again. Anton Strawman got a stick on it. And then Hughes hits the post. Oh, the frustration for the number 1 overall pick. But here's the thing. That would have made it 5-2 New Jersey over Florida. Instead, time ticking down in the second. Friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, Brett Connolly makes it a 1-goal game. And then, opening minute of the third, Florida's Mackenzie Weegar with a point shot that beats Corey Schneider. And then 3-goal lead is now a 4-4 hockey game. Oh, the Devils. Then another long shot from Weegar, tipped by Noel Acciari. And after leading 4-1, New Jersey allows 5 unanswered goals. They have now lost all 6 of their games this season.
Blues and Isles St. Louis coming off their first regulation loss of the season, lost to Montreal on Saturday. Jordan Binnington, though, has played some of his best hockey after a loss. 1-0 Blues in the third.
And the St. Louis and probably could have shot that. Now Mayfield in front. what a save by Binnington.
We see Jordan Binnington go post to post like butter on toast.
Oh, Darren Pang. 2-0 Blues with under 6 minutes to go. Jaden Schwartz gives the puck away. Brock Nelson beats the Benner. Ooh, that one weaker than a Vegas highball. Cutting the lead to 1. Final minute. Isles extra attackers on. Johnny Boychuk holds it in. Matt Barzal shot. Goes off Alex Steen and in. So the Isles tie it. They force overtime in the extra session. Barzal down low. Watch Devon Toews. 25. Watch him. No one sees him. Scores. Binnington loses back-to-back games for the first time since last January as the Isles take it.
All right. That was exciting.
Yeah. Lots of matinees. There was a NASCAR race at Talladega during the day on Monday. Lots going on.
You already took a bathroom break for this show. I'm impressed. You got there and back in the commercial break.
I make it quicker to the restroom than I do over here.
It's impressive, Dan.
Thank you.
Last week, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver met with Nets and Lakers players in China to discuss Rockets GM Daryl Morey's tweet about Hong Kong and how they would address it with the media. LeBron James was reportedly front and center, wanting the league to clarify what players should and should not say. On Monday, LeBron addressed the issue.
I don't want to get into a word or sentence feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand, and he spoke. And so many people could have been harmed, not only financially, but physically, emotionally, spiritually. So just be careful what we tweet and we say and what we do, even though, yes, we do have freedom of speech, but there can be a lot of negative that comes with that too.
So later, LeBron tweeted the following: "Let me clear up the confusion. I do not believe there was any consideration for the consequences and ramifications of the tweet. I'm not discussing the substance. Others can talk about that. My team in this league just went through a difficult week. I think people need to understand what a tweet or statement can do to others. And I believe nobody stopped and considered what would happen. Could have waited a week to send it." So LeBron is there's no other way to say it. He's getting eviscerated on social media over this. And the crux of it from the player's perspective is, and apparently this is what they brought up at the meeting with Adam Silver, is that if a player had sent out that tweet and ended up costing the NBA millions of dollars in sponsorships through Chinese businesses and such, there would have been ramifications. With Daryl Morey, it doesn't appear that there will be anything like that. So LeBron said that stuff. It wasn't very eloquent. But I think that's what he was trying to say. Maybe he should have just said nothing.
Just when the NBA thought it was over.
I know. Just say nothing.
Yeah.
Just stop talking.
Ahead of the much-anticipated Week 7 Sunday nighter between the Cowboys and Eagles, Eagles head coach Doug Peterson was asked on a Philly radio show what he thinks of his team's chances. And he replied with confidence.
We're going down to Dallas, and our guys are going to be ready to play. And we're going to win that football game. And when we do, we're in first place in the NFC East. We control our own destiny. We're right where we need to be.
But hang on. Just a few hours later, during media availability, Peterson clarified what he meant.
I never said that. Never said guarantee a win. No, I'd never do that. That shows confidence in our football team, and I promise you, Jason Garrett's going to say the same thing with his team. They're going to win the football game as well. And I'm not going to stand up here and go on record and say we're going to go down there and try to win a game. We're going to, man. Hopefully we can go win this. It just doesn't show confidence, and I want to show confidence in our players. We got a ton of confidence in them. We're going to put a good week of preparation in and go play.
My thoughts exactly. You don't want a player or a coach saying, yeah, I don't know if we can win this.
And the guys in the media are trying to jump on it, trying to create something. It's not real. Also, again, if the Eagles aren't marketing visors with Doug Peterson wig on top of it, they're missing out on a great marketing opportunity.
On Sunday's show, we showed the Eagles linebacker Zach Brown and his comments about Cousins, and
he said Kirk Cousins was the weakest part of the Vikings offense.
Yeah, then the Eagles released him.
They released him on Monday. Having said that, as Larry David would say,
bunch of teams interested.
Adam Schefter says tons of teams interested. And Kirk Cousins himself said one of the best linebackers he's ever played with. The Cowboys they won't be firing Jason Garrett just yet, according to the NFL Network's Jane Slahey. Garrett's still in the clear after losing to the Jets Sunday. Cowboys sources say too early to jump ship, too early to build 1-2. Right now, it's premature to take either side. Circle back next Monday. So if Doug Peterson's right and his Eagles take care of business against the Cowboys, maybe we are talking about it.
Cowboys lost to the Jets, who are 0-4. It was the first time Dallas lost to an opponent that entered a game 0-4 or worse since 1999.
Dan, during ESPN's coverage of that Monday nighter between the Packers and Lions, Adam Schefter, who again is breaking everything, terrific at his job.
Yeah.
Tempted the Lambeau lead. This, that's not a lot of vertical. That's not a great, and I don't have a lot of vertical.
The top speed, his top speed had a problem, his vertical had a problem, and then here at the end you'll see him, he's hanging on for dear life. He can't get position there. Maybe he wants down, they won't let him down.
He's just a low guy. His shoes are untied. He's at a disadvantage. He should never have agreed to do that, right? No, but he's breaking everything. Nobody's breaking stuff like him.
Is this the last day for the cards?
Is this it, Tim? The last day for hockey cards. It's such a popular segment. I saw the hockey cards at my local Tim Hortons today, and a little single tear down my cheek.
Oh, it's not the last day for selling them, just the last day we get to open them.
Oh, they're still going, Tim?
Till when?
Till when?
Okay.
Tim doesn't know.
Okay, we'll get
Doesn't seem like Tim's very informed.
Let's see what I got here in my
Oh,
bag.
no, what did I do? I'm having trouble with the pack.
Miro.
Heiskanen.
Patty Laine, he scored on Monday night. And we got Victor Hedman. I got a lot of Tampa players. A lot of those
Looks
guys.
like I might have gotten one.
Oh, there you go.
There's your Vezina trophy.
Rated top goalie by our guys who rated the top players in the NHL.
Oh!
He's the second best goalie, if not the best.
Oh! Ekblad, first overall.
Okay,
Good
so
defenseman. Nobody talks about him. If he played in the Canadian team, everyone would talk about him.
So cards are still available at Timmy's. $1 with a beverage, $1.99.
I gotta say too, and I mean this sincerely, these are beautiful hockey cards.
Mention that
Upper deck
Talladega
did a nice
race. We
job.
got highlights coming up.
And that leads us to the Jannies. A lot of pumpkins. Brought in a pumpkin pie. My wife made a pumpkin pie today.
It was delicious.
For the crew, Alex Stalock, robbing Vladislav Nemesnikov. A man who literally never ages.
Look at him.
OHL, Hamilton Bulldogs, Arthur Kaliev. Lacrosse-style goal. It works. Those look like pretty cool jerseys they're wearing, too.
Paul DeYoung with a hot shot to third. Anthony Rendon. I hope he re-signs with the Nats, because this team is so rock solid. I keep thinking about Bryce Harper. It's got to be tough for him to watch this. Nats team just killing it.
Teddy Bear's nickname has to be Teddy Bear. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers to Darius Shepard, hits him in the face, lets us use our patented catchphrase. That's using your face.
Good stuff.
There it is again. Okay, he saw it.
Okay, that's it.
Ilya Samsonov comes up to play the puck, turns it over. Pass finds Matt Nieto in front, and
Samsonov in hot water.
scores.
Wilson scores.
I said Samsonov, tomato.
Getting back for the puck, not being able to catch it.
Hey, I want to dedicate the plays of the week to our farmers. Thanksgiving is really a celebration of you. It's your harvest. I grew up on a farm, and the amount of work involved is why I no longer live on a farm. So thank you, farmers, from coast to coast to coast. Without you, our Thanksgiving meal would be non-existent.
MLS Cup playoffs here on TSN. The MLS music for TSN is so triumphant. It makes me feel like I could go do anything. I probably won't, but I could. I am so pale tonight. I look like a ghost.
You've got
Halloween's coming.
Turkey sweats.
I've got the turkey sweats big time. Ilya Mikheyev, his nickname, Every Kiss Begins with Mikheyev, just 6 games into his career. 25 years old. He's been given the nickname Superman because he said his biggest adjustment coming from Russia to Canada is that people don't love soup as much. His comment created a stir on social media, led his agent to look for soup sponsorships.
I like soup, yes.
Why?
Because in Russia, every day we eat it, every day.
Is it always borscht, or is it different soups?
Oh, no, we have many soups.
What do your teammates think about your love of soup? Do they talk to you about it?
When teammates see when I eat soups, they always ask me, you like it? Good, good.
That started all about soup, and then it got real serious about a language barrier. Should have stopped on soup.
I thought Babcock was going to say, whether you speak English or you don't, soup is a universal language.
That would have been a nice way to cap that off. I like the idea of us doing a TSN original about Mikheyev's love of soup.
I like when he said, Masters asked him, you eat soup a lot? He's like, what? It's like he's eating rats. It's just soup.
Yeah, everyone doesn't everyone like soup? But is it a meal?
Depends on how many crackers.
Crumble any crackers in there. What about our nickname, Every Kiss Begins with Mikheyev?
Shea Weber last season started a Canadian's tradition by awarding Montreal's Player of the Game with a Game of Thrones-inspired cape. Weber stepped it up this season as the Habs are going with a sword inspired by the 80s movie Conan the Barbarian.
Coming up next year, a crossbow. Year after that, a guillotine. I should mention very quickly that Nate Thompson alluded to it. You win the sword, you get to pick the sword winner next game. That's kind of cool.
But again, it puts the equipment guys in kind of a tough bind.
Do you have a sword? Tim is really rushing us through this. Jacob Markstrom has been granted a leave of absence from the Vancouver Canucks to attend to a family matter. Not expected to rejoin the Canucks until the weekend, so we'll miss Vancouver's midweek games against Detroit and St. Louis. Thatcher Demko will get his first start of the season Tuesday against Detroit.
It's definitely bittersweet. Obviously, you never want to see a good friend like that go through anything, but at the same time, we got a job to do. So, gained a little momentum here at home, getting 2 wins in a row, and just want to keep that rolling. And then we'll see, what the time situation is with Markey, and however many games it is, I'll be ready to go.
And the Canucks called up goalie Zane McIntyre from Utica.
I want to give a shout out to viewer Chris Severson, who asked if Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates was my older twin, inspiring another edition of Are They Related? And Dan, I have to say, this one, 100% accurate. Maybe the best we've ever done on Are They Related. Would you agree?
No.
I mean, this is uncanny. Would you agree?
No.
The Jay and Dan podcast, brand new, fresh episode available right now. Dustin Nielsen, the new play-by-play man for the CFL on TSN. I gotta say, look out, Cuthbert and Rod Black. He's coming.
Worst play of the day, Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers to Darius Shepherd.
Rodgers with time.
Slip. And they hit him in the face. And then it was intercepted. So slip, hit, face, intercepted. That's easy in your face.
Nice. Highlight of the night, OHL. Hamilton Bulldogs Arthur Kaliev with the lacrosse-style goal. Still using standard definition in the OHL. Second-round pick of the Kings in 2019, 33rd overall from Staten Island, New York, one of the 5 boroughs. Dan, this is our popular segment where we point out our errors, and you identified this player as Patrick Laine in the hockey card segment. And as you can see,
I misspoke because I've been referred to Kane scoring against the Oilers.
And then right off the top of the show, you were caught rummaging through the garbage. Everything going okay in your life right now, Dan?
Well, I said, just long story, we were recycling. Let's just...
Right. Okay, well, it's a positive thing. And then off the top of the show, you pointed out that my Indochino tie was untied.
But you were frantically getting ready for the show. You don't have time for looks.
No, it's not about looks with us. It's about dedication to the craft.
I thought you were going to say it's about trust.
Hey, thanks, Dan. Were you my mother?